welcome to episode 4, this time featuring the game Battlefield Bad Company 2. Which you can see right here is some of the online stuff. In the beginning you saw clips from the campaign mode. This game is made by EA and DICE, and sorry, you get no dice on this one. Not a horrible game, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just not the shooter that I think I was looking for and to find the most enjoyment in. I'm really shocked by how much praise this game has received. As you can see here, the graphics are not the best I've seen for the Xbox or PlayStation. This is actually featured right now on the 360, so we obviously know, it's a good system. It's pumped out games that looked better, like Modern Warfare 2, for example. I'll talk about those in another day. I'm not completely sold on those. A lot of people are comparing the two, Modern Warfare 2 and Bad Company 2, as they came out at similar times. Bad Company 2 came out, I feel, at a prime time when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 had a lot of issues online. There was a lot of hacking going on. There was a lot of other problems. So I feel like they came out at a perfect time to take over, not necessarily take over, but basically, I guess take over. That's, a lot of people are saying they're trying to. The reason that this one differentiates from Modern Warfare, I don't want to do a side-by-side comparison. I want to, give this all the credit it deserves as a game. So I'm just going to not do a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to jump right into the campaign. It takes place in 1944. The reason I didn't like it is because there's a lot of issues with the story, or the lack thereof. They have vehicles in this game which are fun to ride, but they're also just weird vehicles that I don't feel fit the era. The quad runner, for example, don't get me wrong, I don't know a lot about motor vehicles, but I don't know if a quad, the way it was souped up, was in 1944. You might want to Google search that right now and see if a quad was indeed available back then. If it is, hey, I'm wrong, but I just don't feel a souped up version that they put in this game was available back then. Another reason why I didn't feel that it fit the era was because the American slang and the way they just associated with each other was so different than other World War II games of its kind, going back to the old Call of Duties, the 2 and 3, which took place during World War II. Maybe it's because you didn't play as Americans as much, and I really don't know, but here I am going side by side. It's hard not to compare games like this when they're so similar. Another thing that bothered me about the campaign, other than lack of story, was when you did get a vehicle, other than towards the end, you really didn't have much space to drive around in it. One level, for example, you take out this little city that's on a river. You get in this boat that's fully souped up, and it has guns in it. I've been kicked from the game. And I lost my train of thought. Anyways, you're going to see some footage here, but sorry, sidetracked. You go down the river and you basically get this boat that's totally souped up, and you get guns and everything. You go down probably for a good few minutes, and there's not a single bad guy whatsoever. Why? I don't know. And then once you get to where there's another camp where you can shoot bad guys, they tell you have to get off the boat because it's blocked off by rocks. Basically, let me pause this and exit real quick. Sorry about this. Back to that. But they give you a vehicle, you get to use it, and you get to do nothing with it whatsoever. That's not all areas are like this. Later in the game, you get this huge desert area you can ride around on a Jeep with guns mounted on it. You get to use, that. But that just really took me away from it. The lack of story, the lack of detail. Graphically, the game looks really good. Let's talk about online. A lot of people worry about the online gameplay. People just rush through the campaign and then go to online. Nobody wants to play the campaign over again because a lot of times the campaign stinks. It's no fun. There's no replayability because everybody, I feel like the dev team just focuses on the online, and you don't have good story writers anymore because of this. We're seeing that with all the sequels of games coming out. and it ruins the franchise. I think when you get up towards like 6, 7, 8 games in a franchise, that's ridiculous. Shouldn't be that way unless they're fantastic with great storytelling in each one. Talk about the online. The special thing about this game, which is also in the campaign, but it's more featured online, is the destructible environments and gravity for your bullets. So your bullet for a long shot does drop, and when you're hiding behind buildings and stuff, they can blow up. The walls can deteriorate as you're getting shot, which you lose your cover, which is nice. So that was fun. That was something different. Is it different enough to make this game, be amazing? No. Well, I was just bored by the setup of the matchmaking. Much like Modern Warfare 2, like I said, it's hard to not compare. Much like Modern Warfare 2, it has the unlockable guns. You earn experience points basically by getting kills, and as you get kills with that certain weapon, you actually level up other upgrades for that thing, not just the overall experience points giving you more weapons. You have to earn your class, which is, it's not bad. But another thing online too, they give you vehicles. Love vehicles. I love not having them as perks. I love actually getting in the vehicles. But the area they give you is so confined, you can't really enjoy the vehicles. You constantly are running into things, running into buildings, running into signs, running into rails, and it really takes away from the enjoyment of it. As a game, I don't know. I give it like a C. It's not the greatest shoot out there. I'm still confused by the hype. It was fun to play through, not really difficult whatsoever. It took maybe 8 hours or less to play through the campaign. The story, like I said, I didn't understand it. Maybe it's because I didn't play the first one, but it should still have a good story as a sequel. It should be able to stand alone and tell a good story and make you want to go back and play the first one. This one does not do that. I don't know. You've kind of failed me on it. I want to like it just because of the hype, but at the same time I don't want to give it a positive review because of the hype. It's not what everybody's making it out to be. Does it have potential? Yeah, I could see them fixing these mistakes and making number 3 have a great story and a great online experience with better setup for matchmaking, like Modern Warfare and Halo does. Their matchmaking makes sense. Maybe I just don't understand EA's way of doing it, but it's just not the greatest shooter. That, I guess, I have nothing else to say. It's a disappointment. I really wanted something great out of this. I enjoyed the experience and everything. It's rent the game. Do not buy it. I'm sorry. I don't want to take away from EA. EA puts out a lot of great content. I don't think this was their best work. So take what you will out of this game. Don't buy it. Sorry. Rent it, and then maybe it's for you. Everybody has their own thing. This was clearly not mine.